This is the one I think he ends up beating out, potentially.
Oh, no, he's out. This one's sticking. You want to put 5 on it?
Is that your call?
You want to put 5 on it?
I don't think we can do that, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff likes to gamble.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Brodonov. We're going to have a series here. Then tonight is pretty much a must-win for the Miami Heat in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. And unfortunately, Miami will still be without Tyler Hero, who some had hoped would be able to return for tonight. But he's been officially ruled out and will remain on the bench in a bucket hat. Now, if Miami's going to have a shot tonight, they need to stop the duo of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Which, yeah, is easier said than done. There were so many great stats from Game 3. So let's hit you with our two favorites. Jokic and Murray scored or assisted on 44 of the Nuggets' 53 first half points. Just think about that for a second. And then there's the one you all heard. They are the first teammates in NBA history to have 30-point triple-doubles in the same game. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that this is a Canadian, okay? We got our Canadian boy doing big Canadian things. But are the Nuggets relying too much on their big dynamic duo? Over the course of the series, Murray and Jokic are giving them 59.3 combined points per game, with the rest of the roster scoring only 47.6 a game. And this was an even greater extreme in Game 3, when the duo combined for 66, with the rest of the team only scoring 43. So if Spo can find a way to hone his coaching wizardry onto that, then maybe Miami can make this a series. But another area Miami needs to massively improve on is their paint defense, as Denver scored 48 more points in the paint than Miami through 3 games. That's the greatest differential through 3 finals games since 2001, which was arguably the most dominant playoff team of all time, the 0-1 Lakers, who only lost 1 game, led by the game's most dominant player of the time, Shaquille O'Neal. The Nuggets are once again favorites for tonight, with the spread at 3.5, and the total sits at 211. You can watch Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Time now for my favorite segment and yours, how we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And let's watch that one more time. And don't worry, everyone was okay after this huge tubing flip. Okay, oh. Oh my, they really had no warning there at all. It just came out of nowhere. Okay, we love combo sports on this segment, but this latest video from Hey Barber takes it to the next level. This is great. I just noticed the ref. And they laid out the court so perfectly. It's just all so clean and gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna take a slight detour from the sports world. And I only say slight because this is pretty much just a golf conversation. Niall Horan has a new album that dropped today called The Show. But he sat down with Corwin recently in our Queen Street studio, talking about the new album, but most of all, settling some golf debates.
Okay, thanks guys. Yeah, I'm here with Niall Horan, and he's got a new album coming out on June 9th, The Show. And actually, I wanted to ask you right away, there's kind of an expression in North America, I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but people say like, in sports, there's a welcome to the show moment, where it's kind of like, it's when you get to the big leagues, basically. Like, whoa, okay, welcome to the show. Okay. Did you ever have that with music, where like the first time that you kind of had like, whoa, welcome to the show, I'm in the big time right now?
Everything happened so quick at the start of my career. So I've definitely had a few moments where I've thought, wow, this is nuts. I remember going number 1 for the first time. That was pretty crazy. Playing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Like, there are like, incremental moments that have happened across the career there where you're like, oh, wow.
Okay, so I'm actually going to run you through a quick thing. This is actually golf. I'm going to have you settle some golf debates, if that makes sense.
Beautiful.
So first one's an easy one. Cart or walk?
Oh, depends how hot is the answer.
Yeah.
If it's too hot or it's too cold. Actually, no, if it's too hot, cart. If it's any other time, I'm good to walk.
Yeah.
Once I don't have to carry the bag, I don't care. I have it on a trolley or something.
So do you prefer walking, basically, then?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Music in the golf cart?
Oh, yeah, all day.
Yeah.
Every time.
Amazing. Anything in particular? Any of your own music? Or?
No, it's just like classic rock from the 70s I listen to a lot of. So yeah, I would listen to a lot of that stuff and just let it rip.
Yeah, I love that. Do you have any particular song that you're like, this one on the golf course?
Boys of Summer by Don Henley is always a cracker for a sunny day on a golf course.
I love
Summer
that.
vibes, flying around in a cart if you have a cart.
Would you rather have over a 4-hour 18 or under?
Under.
Under? You
Quicker
prefer
the
fast
better.
play?
Jesus Christ, I hate slow play. If you want, should we debate this now? Come on, let's talk about it. I hate this, especially at amateur level.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're going to hit the best shot you've ever seen, don't take 4.5 minutes to hit the ball. Like, everyone's getting the yardage out, throwing the grass in the air. You're like, this whole thing, unless you're going to hit Rory McIlroy shots,
Yeah.
you're wasting your time, and you're not going to do it. So just hurry up.
Okay.
Thank you. Public service announcement.
I love that.
Go on.
So meat missile at the turn, which is
Meat missile at the turn. A hot dog?
Yeah.
Meat missile. I guess that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent actually. Yeah.
Alright.
So at the turn, are you getting a hot dog? Is
Yeah,
that a
for
thing?
sure. Always, yeah. Because we don't do the hot dog thing. We do sausage rolls. You know what sausage rolls are? You know, like the pastry wrapped hot sausage roll thing.
The only thing I know it from is there's this clip of Gordon Ramsay where a guy comes in and he's like, he eats the whole thing because he's like, I love sausage rolls and stuff.
I love sausage rolls.
Look how excited this guy is.
Oh, Chef, how about some for the rest of us?
That was delicious.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Cheers,
it was
bud.
a pleasure.
Thanks very much.
Just a reminder, Niall Horan will be doing an intimate and interactive on Much Music's TikTok on June 15th at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. I personally love these I&Is that Much Music does, and this one's hosted by my girl, Georgia. It's going to be so much fun. Backed by popular demand, it is time now for the CFL preview. The CFL is officially underway and Week 1 continues tonight, with a rivalry that we love as Winnipeg takes on Hamilton. This game is definitely the game of the week for one reason, and that's seeing Bo Levi Mitchell in another jersey for the first time in his career. Mitchell has been in Calgary for a decade, and is a two-time Grey Cup champion and two-time MOP. Now he's a starter for a new team that's hoping to host the Grey Cup in November. Both the Bombers and Ticats have the two highest win totals on FanDuel, with Winnipeg coming in at 12.5 and Hamilton at 9.5, which is tied with Toronto. So it seems like the odds makers are telling us that this is a potential Grey Cup preview. As for tonight's game in Las Vegas, it's no surprise that the Bombers are heavy favorites on the money line at -200. But if you're a believer in Bo's experience and his familiarity with his opponent, grabbing the Ticats to cover at 5.5 points isn't a bad bet. And you can watch Friday Night Football tonight on TSN. Coverage for the Ticats and Bombers begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. For the first time since UFC 240, which is almost 4 years ago, the UFC is back in Canada for a pay-per-view this weekend. And we're going to a place I once called home, Vancouver. And this one is headlined by Amanda Nunes, taking on Irene Aldana for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. Nunes has lost just once since 2014. Aldana, meanwhile, has won 4 of her last 5 fights, and 3 of those victories have come by the way of knockout. That said, she's still a heavy underdog at +260. There are also a ton of other amazing fights on the card, including Charles Oliveira taking on Beneil Dariush in the co-main event. Oliveira last fought in October of 2022, losing his title to Islam Makhachev. And prior to that loss, he had won 11 fights in a row going back to 2018. That's all for today. I'm off Monday. We will see you Tuesday in Montreal.